Carolyn Doobie here. What's the play for today? It's washi tape. I love finding new patterns of washi tape. I love them, but I don't use them nearly as much as I want to. So today, I'm going to get myself to use a whole bunch of them by creating a quick art journal page with washi tape. Well, I randomly grabbed just a few of the washi tapes that I have, and I want to create a background with these. Now, I could carefully and precisely think about where each one's going to go and how each pattern would complement or interact with another pattern, but that's an awful lot of thinking that, well, I don't really want to do right now. So I am also grabbing the tapes randomly. But as soon as I grab it from the one side, I'm going to put it over on the other side because I would like to use as many tapes as possible on this one single page. So that's why you're noticing I'm moving them from the pile on the right over to the side on the left. And this is creating a rather busy background here in the art journal, but that's okay, because I have a solution for that. There's going to be a whole lot happening in the background, but once I get it all filled in with tapes, then we're going to tone it down just a little bit with something, well, that I usually try and cover up, but I'm actually going to put it on here in this case. I'm going to put white back on here. Now I just took this tape and covered up all the white space on the page, and now I'm going to bring some of it back using some white paint. I'm smearing that on there with a catalyst blade, and now that I've got a bunch of white space, guess what? I'm going to add some color back on top of that. Well, what am I using to do it? Those are distress crayons. I am very loosely coloring in places and then wiping a lot of it off with a very dry baby wipe, or you can use a piece of paper towel for that, so that some of the color stays behind, but it ends up being a very translucent color. That way the patterns of the washi tape are still visible because I don't want to fully cover those up. So I'm going to put a silhouette of a dancing guy on here for my focal image. I'm going to be using a stencil called Dance of This Life that I created for over at StencilGirl Products. And I'm just using a plain old cosmetic sponge and plain old black acrylic paint. If you put a thin layer of it on, you can still see the washi tape peeking out through. And if you pounce a little bit more on it, put another layer or two, that makes it more opaque and you can see less of the washi tape coming out of it. Well, now I want to make this guy do a little something else. I'm going to make him fly by giving him some wings. Now this stencil is called Butterfly Journeys, also over at StencilGirl Products. And what I'm going to do is just stencil the wings right up to him, but not go over him. I want there to be just a little bit of a gap so that you can see where the wings are and where he is, because otherwise it'll all kind of just run together as one. For the title for this page, I'm going to use a word off of the Mixed Media Mail stencil, and that way I don't have to worry about not liking my handwriting so much. I'll let the stencil do the heavy lifting for me on that. And by the way, if you're enjoying this video and you would like to see more of my videos, hit that subscribe button. That way you'll know as soon as I have another one out. So now I've got a title on here. I want to include some journaling, and for that I'm going to grab a Stabilo pencil and do a little bit of scribble journaling up there. This is where my very loose and free handwriting is quite handy. But I want it to pop out a little bit more, so I'm going to use the advantage of the Stabilo here. I'm going to take a paintbrush, a very thin paintbrush. I'm dipping it into water right there. And then what I'm going to do is trace right around the words that I have, and that will make them a bit darker. Well, thanks so much for joining me for today's play. If you've been enjoying this video, hit that subscribe button. And of course, I'd love for you to stop by the blog and say hello at acolorfuljourney.com. Thanks so much for letting me be a part of your colorful journey.